Good news, everybody. I am here today from the Appalachian Center for Economic Networks. My name is Kyle Verge, and today we're going to be talking about Google Business Basics, or specifically how to add products to your Google site. It's pretty simple, but we're going to walk through some of the basics today. So if you haven't been following my series, you don't know that I've started a fake business called Meow Meow Business. I got it registered with Google, so it shows up and I can edit everything. In the past, we've gone through the info pane, how to add your hours, how to talk about your amenities, essentially things of that nature. We've talked about photos, how you can advertise the interior, exterior, add a logo, various things like that. And today we're going to be talking about products. But before we get there, you can see that because I have done a few of these things in the past, we're starting to get some activity on our page. So you can see I have 36 views, 36 searches, and it's telling me that people are starting to find my site. So that's really good news. Now today, because we are talking about products, we need to distinguish between services. That will be a different webinar. So if you only offer services through your business, then you may not find this as helpful as the next one. But today, again, we're going to be talking just about products and how to add those to this Google Business site. So it's pretty simple. You can see here when we go to our home page, all we're doing is coming down to the Products tab. You should see something like this if you've clicked there, and what we're going to do is just click Get Started. Pretty simple. Now the first thing you'll notice when you when you click that button to add a product is that it's asking for a photo. This photo is really important. Most people don't like to read much anymore, so having just a photo of what it is your product can entice people, especially if it's very pretty looking, into clicking on this and looking at your wares. So adding the right photo is going to be super important for your business, but you can see that there are various things that you can do here. You can add the product photo, you can add a product name, you can create a new category, or put the price in and then add a description. So it's pretty simple. You can see that I've gone through it a little bit. You can see that I did not choose a very good photo. The reason it's not very good is the lighting's bad. It's got a bunch of garbage in the background. You can see a beautiful cat in the center, but what I'm advertising is this little tiny thing right here. So you're going to want to make sure that you pick a good photo, one that highlights whatever product that you're advertising. So you can see here that I'm advertising the chewed remains of a wand. This is in fact something my cat does, but yeah, obviously yours is going to be a real product and not something silly like this. So I'm going to go ahead and add my price range. You can see that I've have my product named up here, the chewed remains of a wand. I created a category called cat toys because that's what I'm going to be selling. And then I put a price range. I'm putting a ridiculous price range on this stuff because I'm not really interested in people actually buying my product. We may get there down the line, but for right now, these are just, this is really just an example of how you can do it. You can see you can enter the description here. You have quite a few characters to use, almost 1,000 characters, so that's pretty good if you have a lot to say about your product. And then you can see down here where you can add a button. This is pretty important if you don't have e-commerce or anything like that. This could offer you a chance to tell people, you know, this is where you go to order online. But if you don't have that e-commerce set up, we can just skip this for now and just advertise the fact that maybe we have these. If you've added your phone number to your website, then people could call possibly and ask about your particular product. But for right now, I'm going to skip it and just put the product description online. So you can see now that I've saved it, I have a chance to look at what will appear when I Google my own business. So I Googled Meow Meow Business. It's coming up here on the side. You can see that as I scroll down, I have this option of clicking here, so you can see how much Google actually describes the product name. So I'm only getting 2 words, chewed remains, not exactly the greatest product name, but again, this is a fake business, so really you're just paying attention to how much might show up, and then you're looking at the price range. Now you can click on this in Google and it brings up a separate interface, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this is what it looks like when you click on one of those products. You can see that my description shows up, and of course the picture. So it says this product is the chewed remains of a feather wand. It was the subject of much meow meow business, for it was carried around the house for a while our subject meowed. It comes in continuing conditions, which reflect the price, from very chewed and smelly, which is expensive, to new and unchewed, less expensive. This product will inexplicably be their favorite thing to drag around. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to engage my customer in what's happening in the photo, but then also trying to sell it a little bit. Obviously you'll want to use different words than smelly and very chewed. You're going to look for essentially adjectives and descriptors that will help people feel better about clicking or buying your product. Now, it often is the case that we run into people who have several different products, but they all fall into the same sort of category. So let's say, for example, I was making earrings, and I didn't want to list each and every earring on the website or on my Google site. So what I can do is I can create sort of a general description of various things that are of a like or a similar nature. So what you do is you could just add a new product and get started there. So when I was going to add my new product, I was going to add something about how I can make cat toys that are a variety of different colors. So I went to grab this picture that I had downloaded, and I was going to upload it for a new product, and you can see that this photo must be at least 250 by 250 pixels in size. So you have to pick the right size photo that you need. If you're taking a photo with a camera, it's generally going to be the right size, but if for whatever reason it's not, this will pop up and you'll have to choose a new photo. Oh, I say here, never click off the highlighted box until saving, because when you if you're messing around here and you want to go back and try and find a photo, but you've already filled out half of this, if you click over here, Google will just erase everything you've done. This has happened to me several times while doing this webinar, so I just want to warn everybody that when you start this process, it's a good idea to come down to the end and just save it, even if you're not finished, because at that point you can continue to edit it. Alright, so I found a new picture, and what I want to describe here is that I can make cat toys out of these little twist ties. So I found a picture that works, and all I'm going to do is add this into my products and services, or excuse me, just my products, and then I'm going to describe what I can do with these little twist ties. Now I know that twist ties are not great for cats. They can ingest these, and these obviously have metal in them, and that can be quite bad for cats. So what I'm going to do is, instead of calling this exactly a toy, I'm going to create a new category called a decoration, and that's because I want people to distinguish between things that cats can actually play with and things that maybe are just decorations and safe for cats. So that's it. I've created a new product category, I put in a new price range, and then in my description I talk about how this is for decoration only, but that it comes in a variety of different colors and types, And again, I can add that option for a button in case people want to buy something like this. And again, if you don't have e-commerce already set up somewhere, if you don't have online checkout, this button probably is not going to be too helpful for you right now, but eventually we'll get to a point where we can use that button and maybe lead to some more customer interactions and customer purchases. So again, this button will be helpful down the line, but for right now we're going to go ahead and skip it. And so now you can see when I Google Meow Meow Business, it comes up with 2 products, and it comes up with 2 categories. So I have both decorations and cat toys. The cat toys will come up as the chewed remains, while the twist toys will come up as, or the twist ties will come up as decoration. So you can categorize your different products that you might have on your, or in your business, and that can make it easier for your own customers to figure out what exactly it is that you're selling and what you're doing, and maybe even what your price ranges are like. All right, so that's it. If you have any questions about this process, you can email me at info@acenetworks.org, or you can call me on the phone. You can find me on Facebook, or even use our website. So any one of these will work, and I hope that you learned something today and that you got your products all set up. Thanks for watching.